Okay, so now what we have is white, raw umber, ultramarine violet, and cerulean blue. So I think what we should do, the first thing we should do is take cerulean blue. We're going to put a bit of ultramarine violet in it. Make it kind of not too opaque and white. Soft purplish blue. That's good. More on the blue side though. Don't put too much white. Just put it slowly. You need a base. That's why. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm putting a base. So I want the base to be soft and not too thick. Base color, so I can put over that base different shades of blue. So I am highlighting a bit that color, making it a bit lighter because acrylic dries darker. So this is good, I think. Should be okay. Should be good. So what I'm trying to do is get this color right here, but put it all over kind of. Because you don't want to have, even though it looks like it's choppy and you have different colors, we still need one color that is all over the whole thing. And then we adjust the different shades of blue. Sorry, I have to turn it around. If you find that your brush, you're not comfortable using this kind of brush, use a round. I think it should be okay.
Yours looks more turquoise than mine.
It is on the blue side. Let me see.
It's more periwinkle.
I'm going to reduce the intensity of the color of the light. Maybe you can see it better if it's not that intense.
So mine looks more of a periwinkle blue and yours looks more turquoise.
Are you using cerulean?
Yep. Maybe I'm just using too much purple from the one.
Yeah. There's a bit of a purple in here, just a bit, like a bluish purple. I can't get it right now. I need to play around with the colors I have, with the light.
Okay, no problem. I just want to make sure I have the right shade.
I ordered lights, new lights. I bought new ones, 2 of them. Those lights, I can control the intensity and the temperature.
Temperature, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Controlling the temperature, that's gotta be good for you.
yeah, temperature. So from like yellow to daylight, kind of.
Well, I'm leaving early because I gotta go pick up the kids. So I won't be at the class very long. I'll be back. How about, can I call you around 5 o'clock my time? Okay.
Okay, so this is done. It doesn't matter what you get right now. It's okay. We're going to adjust these colors. So I'm going to stop recording. So now we have a base color. What we need to do is darken this part right there. See that one here?
Yep.
And that one down here in blue. Okay, so this is
Can you raise it up a bit? There we go. Thank you. Okay.
this part
Yeah.
and that part where you see a darker blue.
Mhm.
Okay, where you see darker blue, that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, darker blue, not the dark kind of a dark kind of almost black or brown, not that one, just the darker blue right here, right there. You know, what you need to do is bypass all of these things that you're seeing on top, all of the reflections, remove them, and then you will have the base. So you start with, we did something all over, which is good. Now
Mhm.
what we're going to do, we're going to start adjusting the dark and light. So when we adjust dark and light, I know when you look at something, you see white and you see black and you see this, and strip all this, remove them. We're going to simplify. We did one, which is blue all over. Now we're going to go over that and do the blue, dark blue. Wherever I see dark blue, I'm going to put it there. I'm not concerned about the white reflection.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter. White, not that. Just the blue I see. Blue I see in there. The blue I see in here. The small bit of a darker blue. Okay? I'll show you.
Yeah, we'll follow you.
Yeah.
You're using a round?
I'm using a round, yes.
Okay.
So for that, just take just cerulean blue, really, nothing else, just cerulean blue.
Okay.
And really, it doesn't have to be accurate. As long as you get that shape that I was showing you, I'll do it right here. There. Okay, here, let me, okay, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Okay, so your color is not heavy. It has a bit of water on your, there's a bit of water on your brush and just cerulean blue. We're not trying to make it look, you know, hyper realistic. We're just going to make it more look like transparent and glass. That's all. There. Okay, let's say, let's do one more ring down here at the bottom. Another one where the neck is of the bottle. Anytime you see stuff like that, where there's lots of reflection and lines and shadows, and you need to strip all this to the base. And the base, then when you look at the base, you see more geometric forms. And then from there, you start putting layers on top of each other using highlights, using light, dark, light. But if you do everything at the same time, if you try to do all this at the same time with the reflection and everything, it's way too confusing. Okay. I think I see a bit over here, a bit of that blue, that turquoisey blue over here. That's good. I learned this from not only from painting, but from a program called Photoshop. Photoshop, when you're using Photoshop, you use layers. So on the side of when you are doing something, you will have layers, and each layer you'll do something on top. So it's like I'm putting a transparent paper over this, putting one layer of that blue, leave it there, put another transparent paper, put all of this color in here, another transparent, so you can remove layers and put them on top. So that's how you learn how to think that way in terms of layers. All right, so it is raw umber, cerulean blue. We're gonna get that kind of a greenish, grayish color. And I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna look at the dark parts that I'm seeing in there, which is this, that. Anything that you see dark in there, we're gonna put it right now. Okay, so let's do that. That's another layer. And you see, the more you put layers, the more you put reflections and shadows, the nicer it looks. It will look like a glass. Because that's the whole thing. Glass is transparency, reflecting everything around it. It looks funny right now, but that's okay. Wet your paint a bit if it's too thick. It shouldn't be too thick. Underneath this is a bit of a, oops, bit of a dark color. Here. I'm just putting it wherever I see it. Wherever I see this darker color, which is a grayish, a bit of a gray, I'm putting it there. Okay, I can adjust the colors after. I'm not worried about them. This is acrylics. We can go over, we can adjust, we can easily do that. And it usually doesn't happen from the first time in cases like this. You have to go back and forth. So if you look at it, like right now, it looks awful. You know, it looks like, what is this? But just it's okay. We will get there. Okay. I'm gonna take white. Same color, but I'm gonna add a bit of more blue. Same color. Do you want me to stop before I move on?
No.
If- If we just give it another minute.
Sure. Raw umber, we're going to mix now raw umber and cerulean blue, and we're going to put white in it and make it more like a grayish blue, but a light color. So you should see a bit of that blue. You're going to see green, but more on the blue side, not on the brown side. When you start mixing your colors, you'll see. And then just put it here where you see highlights, not a bit of highlights in here. Okay, so this is good because I can see a big one right here. I'm going to do that. And because it's more like a glaze, my color is soft. I'm going to do one right here, although, I mean, this is going to be soften all this here because that part is drawing way darker than it should. So I'm going to put a bit here. Take a bit of more white, put it in. And come over here where the neck of that bottle is. Now, I'm going to do the back of that bottle, the neck, the back, because that back, I'm going to add a bit of more white, just a bit, because this back right here is almost the color of the wall, what's behind it. Again, over here. There. I can see a tiny bit right there. Adding a bit more white, touch over here and right there. This is not the strong highlight that we're seeing here. It's more of those grayish parts that I can see right here, right there, over here. We're getting there though. Over here too, right there, where that neck is. all of this will look better once it's once the highlights are there, the strong highlights. So now what we're doing is we are kind of softening those strong colors that we have to reflect the background, and we will adjust that reflection of the background while it's drying. So now I'm adding a bit more white on my brush, and I'm going to come here and do this part a bit here. So let's do that. So what I do is I slowly highlight. I have to wait for it to dry and then go back because it dries darker. So I increase the amount of white every time it dries darker, so I can adjust the color. Okay. I think that's okay for now. Now, I'm going to take a bit of touch. Actually, I don't need it. I don't need ultramarine blue. Let's try with white and cerulean, like a light cerulean blue. It's this, that's what I'm doing. I'll show you. This is what I'm putting right here. I'm using cerulean blue and white. Wipe my brush. A lot more highlights, a bit more white in here. Okay, good. Okay, now I have cerulean blue, I have white, so it's a light blue. I'm going to take ultramarine violet and put it in here. So changing my cerulean blue, light cerulean blue into still blue, but it has a bit of a hint of purple in there. Wipe my brush, come down here. I'm going to stop after this. Okay, I lied.